Kirk, guess what? This is my #1 favorite SUV of all time. And if I can just buy one, this will be it. What do you think?
Yeah, this is a 70 series. It is making its way back in Japan. It's been gone for quite a while.
Quite a long time.
Yeah, and they're bringing it back with a refresh. Toyota refreshing a dinosaur, that is almost like a miracle.
It never happens.
We have round headlights. Look how like modern these are. There's like crystallized. If you get close here, the daytime running light on the outside has a crystal pattern to it. And then we have the bi-LED headlight inside of that.
Yeah. So just for those people who don't know what's going on, 70 series is iconic. That has been around for ages. Yeah. It was sold worldwide except for North America. But heavily used in Middle East and also in Asia,
Australia,
Europe, Australia. I think
South Africa.
I think Europe was available too.
Europe at times. Yep.
And again, in Japan, it wasn't sold for many years. I can't remember, quite a few years, number of decades, I should say. And decided to bring back the refreshed version. Still not for sale in North America. I don't think it's going to come. But I wish I could literally buy a condominium in Japan and just to buy this.
This is the ultimate Land Cruiser.
This is it.
Move aside 300 series, 250.
This is the one.
They even have radar cruise control on the 70 series.
Yeah.
We're talking future right now.
But I'm going to do a quick check on the gap here, guys. I have to do that. So this is built in Yoshiwara factory, which is a very traditional factory. It's also where the Lexus LX600 and the Land Cruiser 300 series are built, but on a different lineup. And I know that factory quite well. And the interesting thing is that it's kind of like handmade. Oftentimes the bodies are moved by hand, and they're using like a little crane and so forth to lift up the body. It's an interesting manufacturing concept. And therefore, I do have to say that it is not a perfect fit.
It's not perfect.
It's not a perfect fit.
You can see it falls off from here to here, but the gap's pretty good.
The gaps are really good.
Consistent.
Now, this could be like, maybe it's not a final version. It could be a pre-production model. So, I should be fair to say that. But paint job is superb.
Oh, it's beautiful.
This is a basic paint, beige paint. It's not like a metallic paint. But we have this over fender here, which has a different texture. So you know how the Tacoma has a different paint on the bottom for durability?
More durable.
Yeah, so it's got a bit of a pattern to it because it's a thicker, more chip-resistant paint.
Yep.
You got the traditional Land Cruiser name. But the best part of this is this traditional boxy design of Land Cruiser.
It looks like a vehicle
we'll go to the other side,
the 70s or the 80s that's been perfectly maintained over the years.
We got the Japanese-ish mirror in the front.
Mirror, yep.
This is to let people see very close up here so we can go through some narrow streets and narrow road.
And David, what do we have here? This almost looks like a plug for charging, but it...
No, this is just the opening for the...
Oh, for snorkel. Oh,
no, AdBlue for the diesel.
Oh, diesel.
Yeah, so
diesel treatment.
Diesel engine requires some additives every so often. So
it's not electric. This is typically the slot we see for plugs, but that's for the diesel treatment.
Yeah, so that's all there is to it. But usually the AdBlue thing is on the back. It's on the back of the where you put the gas.
The accordion antenna from the 80s and the 90s right here.
You know what? I asked one of the engineers why they still use some physical antenna like this, and they just said reception is better. It's just you can't beat the reception of a steel sliding antenna.
And these are going to be out in the middle of nowhere, so you need to have the best reception possible.
So we're gonna go
big
inside.
These windows are.
Not sure if this guy will let us go in here. ちょっとすいません。ビデオ撮ってます。いいですか? Okay, he's gonna get out. Do you wanna go on the other side? So we're gonna hop in, nice and high, because it's a Land Cruiser, of course. And here's an interesting thing. We're talking about as basic as you can get. Look at the shiny plastic, a little bit soft here. This is like straight out of 1970s and 80s cars, right?
Now the seat's all the way back. For me,
comfortable?
I'm comfortable, but if you're any taller than 6'1", that might be an issue actually. But it's not the headroom, it's the legroom.
Oh, is that right? You can't fit all the way back,
Yeah,
right?
I'm all the way back.
Yeah. So obviously not maybe designed for super tall people, but look at even the climate control. From
the 90s and 80s.
Oh my goodness.
Manual sliders, which I love.
I love it.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. And
actually it's working because the
the air's actually moving in here.
Yeah. So it's a little bit loud here, but anyway, we have 2 USB-Cs here as well. That's updated.
And Jay, if you want to come around to this side, and then you can see the instrument cluster here.
Is that a fully digital one?
No, it's analog.
Digital.
It's digital dual
on the side. Yeah.
Very basic materials here, but premium, however. Now, this is, we actually have wood in here. That is luxury.
Wow.
That's something you would see on a Lexus RX.
You know what?
Previous generation.
This steering looks like straight out of the LX steering. Oh, not LX, sorry, Land Cruiser 300 series steering. It's the same one.
It might be.
It's the same steering.
Yeah. Now, behind the console here, or behind the steering wheel, very basic. Analog speedometer, analog tachometer, analog gauges for your fuel, temperature, oil. And then we have a small digital screen on the far right-hand side that we've seen in Toyota products the last decade and a half.
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, here's your 4x4 shift knob. It's kind of in the dark here. It's really hard to see, but it's down here by your knee.
Oh, maybe you can't see from there, but there's a differential lock here.
Oh, yep.
We go off, push, rear, front. Sorry. Yeah, rear and then front, rear. So that's a differential lock right here.
Manual handbrake, love that feature.
Yeah. And the seats are actually pretty comfortable. I think they changed the seat design.
We have USB-Cs in here.
Yeah, I mentioned
This
a little bit earlier.
future.
Yeah, definitely. So there's no stereo in this
not
particular
even a
model,
stereo. But you have AC, which is probably optional, right?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, let's go take a look at the back here.
Let's do that. Thank you.
Oh, actually, it's a lot tighter than I thought.
It's tight.
But you know what? Guess what? We get a, I didn't notice it earlier.
They're
Alcantara.
suede. They're suede.
Alcantara suede insert on this. Can you imagine on 70
even
series?
have rear climate control back here.
Yeah.
A little slider back, as well as a heated rear seats, I believe. I can't see. It's really dark in here.
It's really dark. It's okay. No big
I
deal
don't
right
know.
now.
I don't think it's heated rear, but it says a high-low function for the fan
temperature.
control.
Yeah. But the thing is, for me, the headroom is fine.
Yeah.
You're actually okay.
Headroom's not an issue in here because it's a big box on wheels. The issue is legroom for taller people.
And we get the mesh on both sides, unlike mini cars that has only one side.
Because you actually might have a map to go in then when you're going across the continent.
But you know what I like is that it's almost a bit of a theater seating. It's a little bit higher up, and I can see down.
Oh, we're really high.
Yeah, like really high. So
Yeah.
I love the seat, and the hip room is huge. Like it's really long here, super comfortable. I'm sure it'll be super comfortable on the long ride. The handle is minimal, but works just fine.
There's actually two handles. There's one here for off-roading, probably, or maybe this helps you get in.
To get in,
and then you have one here for
this one
additional
too.
stabilization.
Yeah.
So, two-arm stabilization.
Yeah, definitely.
They even have a light back here.
Well, that might help. No, I think let's take a look at the trunk here now.
The trunk area, because it's going to be unlike any vehicle we have in the United States, or at least from the Toyota end.
4-cylinder, yeah. Oh, but just to remind everyone, I know it's really loud here, but wow, so loud.
Take a look at the dancers going on. Yesterday there weren't any dancers here. Now we got the break dancers, the car. Oh, we got a DJ in the back. We got the full experience. It's loud as heck though. The split folding doors.
Maybe the viewers want to watch that more.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely more entertaining.
Anyway, we'll finish up here by the way, it is a 2.8 liter turbo diesel, 4-cylinder engine, and that's the one for Japan market, but elsewhere outside Japan, you can still get a V8, I think. I think you can still get a V8.
The 4.5 liter V8
engine.
turbo diesel.
Yeah. So I know many of you guys said, why don't we get this in North America? Well, unfortunately, it doesn't meet emission standard nor the safety standard. So we can wish all we want.
You might be able to get the 1GR engine, the 4-liter V6 from we've seen the 4Runner. I think you can get that in here as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the 4-liter V6 is offered in some of the Middle Eastern markets.
This is huge.
Really?
This is more. I have more legroom obviously back here than I did in either of the front seats.
I have a bad knee, but I'm gonna try
this is a true tailgating experience.
Yeah.
There's the little safari canopy up here.
Oh,
look at that.
Oh yeah, this is good.
This is great. We got speakers back here too, which I know is optional because the stereo is optional in here as well.
We'll just open this little cabinet for fuel.
Yep,
but look at these carpets are actually liftable. Look, it's just
everything is.
You can just rip it out. You can take it out and just wash it off. But you know what? Oh, this is big too. This opens. This window opens up.
The window's open. Yep.
On this side. That's really good.
And that's great. That's going to be great for the models that don't have air conditioning.
But this is really like what a Defender is, right? But this is body on the frame. People don't realize that no matter how good the Defender is, the current Defender I should say, it is not body on frame. This is true body on the frame. So
this is a truck.
Yeah, this is a truck. You know, this is well made, hand built by a really experienced manufacturing people in Yoshiwara factory where Lexus LX are being built. This is as simple and as basic as you can get, but with all the modern touches of stuff that we want in SUV.
I mean, there's a cruise control sensor up there for radar cruise control.
Exactly. Yeah. So that means you will have an emergency braking system. You will have the adaptive cruise control. You know what? What else can we ask? And I know what you're saying. You want this in North America. We need a petition started to get this up to North America.
That'd be great. The thing is, you know, my initial take was like, well, you know, it's a basic truck. It's going to be affordable, more affordable than. That's not the case. These things are very expensive.
Yeah, it's not cheap
because
at all.
they don't break. You're buying a diamond.
Exactly.
It's going to last forever.
And you know what? I tried to buy some used one because in US you can only bring 25-year-old cars. In Canada it's only 15 years.
Oh.
Yeah, so I can bring in 15
Or the 80,000, 100,000.
They're about $100,000.
They're not cheap.
I mean, you know what? No matter how much I love it, I can't pay $100,000 to bring a used.
For a toy, like
I don't need.
You're
that
not using it for work.
Yeah.
Well, not, you know.
I mean, in that case, I might as well buy the new Land Cruiser, right? Just in terms of usability.
Yeah, a little bit more luxury in that too, more comfort.
But maybe the real option is for me to partly live in Japan and order this and wait 3 years.
Just get the Century SUV.
There you go.
Well, thanks guys for watching. We got to get out of here. It's getting busy. And signing out from the iconic, the legendary, the unbreakable 70 Series Land Cruiser.
Let us know if you really want it and tell us what you think of the updated, refreshed 70 Series.
Bye guys.
Peace out.